Today is November 3rd. This is Nirvaan's first, Nirvaan? Nirvaan, you say Nirvaan, right?
Nirvaan.
Nirvaan?
Nirvaan.
Nirvaan. I'll get it. Alright, his first lesson. The way that I do these two, a lot of times these are summaries for myself. I'll review them, so I may talk fast and so that I remember, but we'll also do it for you to understand as well. You'll understand a lot of it anyway. So it's like notes. I'll be taking notes. So Nirvaan, we threw a lot of instruction at him, probably more than the average kid. Went through a lot of different concepts. The concepts of what we worked on. Worked on the positions. Worked on lift to the right. Worked on continuous motion. Worked on top of the bounce. Worked on contact point being in front. His contact point tends to be a little bit close. A little bit of told him to rotate the right hip into contact point so that his contact is further out in front. Didn't work too much on footwork. Didn't do any talk about the different types of footwork: neutral stance, closed stance, or semi-open stance or open stance on the forehand side. Forehand is primarily what we worked on today. What else did we work on?
Lift to the right.
I already said that.
Bend knees.
Bend the knees. Yeah. All right. So we also talked about pro stance, bending his knees and moving. The way the pros move, they move with a good knee bend. So I think that was about everything. Yeah. All right. So now let's go ahead. Let's go through the positions. So go to ready position. So you want to do it over here? Let's do it over here. All right. So go ready position. All right. So we also went ahead and drew on his hand. He seems to have towards more of an eastern grip, slightly semi-western grip. So we gave him a semi-western grip right here. We'll draw on this again next time. I gotta remember to bring a pen because his contact point is quite close, but he seems to naturally want to favor over to the semi-western anyways. All right, so ready position. He has a good ready position. Has a tendency to forget to bend his knees, right? You can see over, right? You don't want the racket to block, right? So his stance right here, he's leaning. His dad says that he tends to lean more, stand more up like that. So he's leaning forward a little bit. His backside is sticking out. So this is good athletic ready position. All right, so lift to the right, go. All right, so lift to the right means shoulders don't move. Okay, this is a breakdown of the positions for him. Lift to the right here. That's a good lift to the right there. There's your eye. There's the side of the racket. It is to the right there. The angle of this, good basic right there. All right. So then turn. Good. Pivots with the feet. Good. Turns the body. Brings the left leg around. Good. He has a tendency to bring this foot too far forward. We don't want the foot forward like that. Right. Okay. Good. All right. So this is position one. Showing one. Okay. Is that one? That's kind of one. Okay. So right there. Turn. Right there. So position one here. Okay. Again, neutral stance. We're just doing neutral stance right now in this basic positioning. Go to position two. Right arm goes down. Good. Left arm goes up. Good. Position two is right here like this. Again, we'll do, depending on whether or not we'll have the strings down or face to the side. This is basic position two. Okay. Bend the legs. All right. Go to contact point. Okay. So again, we notice here he lifts his right foot around, but this also could be a result of the neutral stance. All right. So contact point more in front. Turn the hip. Your stomach. Good. All right. All right. This hand we'll figure out what to do with it later. All right. Go to follow through. Good. And you brought the foot around. Good. All right. So we talked about top of the bounce, right? So the most important thing that I taught you is continuous motion. Yes, continuous motion is the racket does not
Stop.
Does not stop. All right. Continuous motion begins from position zero. Yes. So he does continuous motion already built into his stroke. We taught him top of the bounce because his contact point was way too close to his body. He's able to do the top of the bounce quite easily. Everything he does now, hitting on the forehand side, backhand side, the goal will be to hit at the top of the bounce. So I'm getting distracted by Ethan. All right, the last thing I think we talked about moving with knee bend, pro stance, go, bend. bend, ready position, bend, ready position, bend. Okay, so when you move, we talked about moving. Go ahead, shadow a forehand, right? Just like the pro, the legs bend, good, right? So right now we're going to have him move like this, and as he gets better or gets more comfortable with it, we'll let him extend his legs more straight after contact point, so that he's pushing off the ground. Now, one of the things with Nirvaan is that he is able to understand many of these concepts and apply them very, very quickly. So we are actually going to slow down, all right, and work very specifically on maybe one or two at a time, so that you master those. All right. Today, I wanted to see how many you could understand. You could understand every single one that I gave you. That's really good. All right. But we're going to slow down. Okay, so that you master basic things first. Okay. Huh? Can you do that?
Yes.
All right. So next time we're going to head to work on the backhand side. On the position on the backhand side, and I think that'll be it. And continue to work on probably some footwork and drill him a little bit more, and then drill him primarily on the forehand side after. Okay, I think that's it. Yes. All right. We'll see you next time.